Steve Walker. This is my wife Mary Walker, and we're sitting in 1,130 acres that we purchased in 2013. We're on Dupee Valley Road outside of Sheridan, Oregon, and this is the Dupee Valley Timber Company. The previous owner was a poster child for cut and run forestry. He clear cut everything, and then he was going to cut it up into vineyard estates. And so he bulldozed all the south-facing slopes, but that was in 2008 when the markets all crashed, so he was unable to sell anything. But what he did manage to do was plant all the Scotch broom seed that was there, and the Scotch broom shot up. And by the time we bought the property in 2013, it was 8 to 10 feet tall and was all over everything. So we underwent the process of mechanically removing it, planting trees, and controlling the brush with chemicals to get them a good start. My family has been in the timber business for over 100 years, so I have timber in my blood, and we recognize this property as one that needed to be fixed up and brought back into full production. So our objective was to buy it and to develop the habitat, replant the trees, get rid of the Scotch broom, and just get it back to the way it needs to be. When we first purchased the property, we found out that the county assessor was about to drop the property out of timber deferral. So we went to him with a plan to get the forestry back in operation. And our original plan was to go and rescue all of the trees that were there, but were being overrun with Scotch broom and blackberries and so forth. And he vetoed that. He wanted us to go and clean up the pure Scotch broom stands. So that's how we actually began doing that first, rather than rescuing the trees that were there. The other thing that we identified was a strip of oaks that comes between the Doug fir on the high areas and the ag ground that's on the valley floor. And so we were intent on restoring that oak savanna. So we were able to get a grant from the NRCS to help with that. And we have restored about 70 acres of oak savanna along the border between the upper areas of the property and the valley floor.
I had been reading about oak savannas and realized how quickly they were disappearing from Oregon. And I talked to Steve about it, and we really wanted to, if there were appropriate spots, restore some of it, and that's why we did that. The diversity is not only good for the plants, but for the animals. So we've created some new habitat for the wildlife as well.
The elk love it.
Yeah.
The elk just love it. They graze on the valley floor, and then they wander up through the oak savanna and back up into the heavy woods. So it's worked out very, very well. Probably our biggest collaboration was with the NRCS in the oak savanna restoration, and they were just wonderful. The office here in McMinnville has got a great staff, great group of people in there, very enthusiastic about the work that they do, and so it turned out to be a great partnership. We have an excellent advisor, a great veteran in the field of timber. His name is Dan Upton, and he's been a tremendous help in this whole program from beginning to end. Another person who's been of tremendous help is our state forester, Brent O'Neill from Forest Grove. He knows this area very, very well. He's fought fires here on this property, and he's just passionate about getting this property back. Our management plan, which Dan helped us develop, has been our guiding tool for everything that we've done. It's given us the end picture that we were headed for, and then it's broken it down to each step along the way. So it's been a very, very useful tool in the whole process of bringing this property back. One of the things that we've really wanted to do is identify places where we could impound water to develop that habitat, and not only have it available for the animals that live around here, but also in case we get another fire, we have a resource to draw on for that. So we've identified several areas. We've developed one pond here already, and we're going to be continuing to develop more water impounds as we go along. One of the nice things about having a property this size is the diversity of wildlife that's on it. We have everything from elk, deer, cougars, bobcats, bear, you name it, upland birds. And so we've tried to develop the habitat for each one of those species. We're just very thankful to have found this property and had the opportunity, the good support to bring it back into the condition that it needs to be in, both from habitat perspective and for timber production perspective. It's been a great It's been a fun journey. I mean, it's great to look at it now compared to what it was when we first bought it 8 years ago. So it's been fun to see the changes.